just gotten through talking about Blackest Night #1, something that you guys have been asking us to talk about. We are now going to get into yet another book that we've been pushing. It was the Dark Avengers issue, #7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Written by Matt Fraction as part of the Dark Avengers X-Men Utopia crossover. So where do we stand with this? Well, we've gone on record as saying that we're really big Matt Fraction fans. We've also said we would like to see Matt Fraction's run on Dark Avengers sell like gangbusters to just show that it's not necessarily Brian Bendis who writes it that makes the book successful. Having been said, I should learn to structure my sentences better. What did we think about this particular issue? Well, after the Utopia, the first issue of Utopia that led into X-Men, and the issue of X-Men wasn't that... Uncanny X-Men wasn't that great. And I was hoping that Fraction could really do something here in Dark Avengers. And, a lot more happened here than in the first two issues. But it didn't feel like the story was moving to me, like it was actually going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Dark X-Men having their first, they're having their public debut. They're out there fighting mutants and taking down that group that Sunspot was part of. That was, they set that up in Uncanny X-Men. And then you have Scott Summers showboating, wearing his rocket pack and flying onto the Hammer carrier to give Norman Osborn an ultimatum. Which I was like, huh? And Emma Frost, seeing that Norman Osborn is not being entirely honest with her.
Mm-hmm.
So, three major things that just seemed to at least it happened, but it seemed to take its time getting there. I don't get, though, my biggest problem with this here is Scott Summers trying to be a cowboy and telling Norman Osborn he's got to back out of San Francisco or else. Huh? It seems to me that Scott Summers doesn't know how to play the whole, play the game as well as, say, Norman Osborn does. Though there was, in the beginning here, a little sign that Osborn is yet again starting to show some cracks in the armor.
Yeah.
Overall, Luke Ross's pencils on this was, pretty good.
Better than Mike Deodato.
Yet again, Baby Wolverine does something, and yet again, another joke about Wolverine being on every team.
Yeah, it's like two jokes in two issues in a row.
So it's like that's kind of getting done quick. Well, at least Venom didn't eat anybody this time.
Thank God for that.
But beyond that, I don't know. How much was this book? I'm sorry.
$3.99.
It was a $3.99 book.
How many? Dark Avengers. Every issue of Dark Avengers has been $3.99.
No extra pages.
No.
Okay. For a quote unquote event, it doesn't seem real eventful because we know where this book's going to end anyway. We know it's going to end with yet another X-Men team. So, I don't think you needed 6 issues to do all that. What do you think?
Well, thank you for finally asking me what I thought after fucking talking for 10 minutes. Fuck, man. Alright, so... I don't know, man. I'm almost done with this, fucking Utopia shit. I want to like this so much. And yeah, I bought a few issues myself of Dark Avengers #7 to support Matt Fraction because in a previous video, I said that's exactly what I was going to do, and that's what I did. But I don't know if I can recommend this to anybody. Because it's just... There were some alright scenes, but it's kind of getting to the point where, first of all, and every time that they show a character for the first time in an issue, they have, the little, they have, the character's name, what their mutant abilities are, and then, some smart-ass remark.
Right.
But they do that with every character, and they've done it in every issue since like Utopia, Part 1, Part 2, and then Part 3, they do that in every issue. And I'm like, all right, I know who these people are already. It's the third part. I don't need any more of your smart-ass comments, Matt Fraction.
I'm wondering if he's going to do that through the whole miniseries.
I hope not. But, you know, and then that's just getting irritating for me. Because, like I said, yeah, I'm kind of glad it was there for the first maybe I'll give it the second issue, because I haven't read X-Men in a long time, and I want to know who all these people are, but it's the third issue already, like, we get it, we know who these people are, just move it along. And this whole, I know you had a problem with the whole Scott Summers thing showing up with his rocket pack, throwing down the gauntlet to Osborn saying, get the fuck out of here. And I thought it was kind of cool, a cool scene, but where does this come from? Because what did we complain about the last two issues about Scott Summers? You're just sitting around, watching TV. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to see what they do. We're not going to do anything. And out of nowhere, he all of a sudden no build up, no nothing. Just, all right, I'm here, Osborn. Get the fuck out of here. Right. And I was like, all right, that's kind of cool, but why? What's the motivation behind it? Like, why is he doing this all of a sudden?
And what I would have understood it better, not story-wise, but let's say production-wise, if it was two different writers working on the book. But this is the same writer writing every issue, so the through line as far as character motivations. I mean,
was there like a tie-in to this that I missed, or where they had that discussion? I mean, I don't know.
Right? Did Scott all of a sudden say, you know what? Like, yeah, you're right. In the last issue, said we're gonna sit back and we're gonna see what the game is, what the play is.
Because the last time we saw them, they saw Emma Frost on there, and they're like, what the fuck is she doing there? And you're like, I don't know.
And then at the end, you know, Scott says, well, you know, Osborn and I are gonna need to talk. But he doesn't talk about anything having to do with Emma. And if anything, he shouldn't be talking to Osborn about it. He should be talking to Emma about it. What is she doing dealing with Norman Osborn and the like? So I get frustrated just because there are so many characters right now in this storyline that are being juggled that just aren't. Everyone's just sitting around and one piece is getting moved here and moved there. I think really Matt Fraction's strengths lie towards when he has a smaller cast to work with.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this
And
book.
someone explained to me what Charles Xavier is doing there. I mean, I'm totally out of the X continuity. This guy's still alive? I thought he was dead or whatever. What's he doing there? You know, I'm confused. Unless that is yet another clone or something that, you know, we'll find out later on.
And now, having said all that stuff, this is still, by far, the best issue of Dark Avengers ever.
Still better.
Still way better.
Matt Fraction is...
Because the dialogue is actually decent. You don't have Venom like making the same joke every issue about eating somebody. It's, you know, as much as I'm complaining about this issue, it was the best issue of Dark Avengers in the 7-issue history of Dark Avengers.
Which makes me wonder if people are going to pick up Dark Avengers and not like it. I mean, I'm serious. The readers that do read Dark Avengers go in wanting that kind of stuff and not getting it.
Really stupid, banal.
Well, like, I'm just saying.
Bullshit. Yeah. No, I can see that. I can see people like thinking like, I don't like this writing. Where's my crass jokes? I need to have Venom eating somebody in every issue. Come on. I need to have my misogynist overtones in my comics. What's going on here? Who's this Matt Fraction guy? Get this guy off my book.
Well, there was a guy who commented on the boards who, I forgot their name, but was talking about how they really didn't like Matt Fraction's writing because they said Matt Fraction recycled storylines and nothing really happened.
Oh, you mean like Jeff Johns? You like Jeff Johns? Do you like Brian Michael Bendis? Because that's all those two guys do is recycle fucking stories.
Yeah. So, well.
Not even recycle stories. They retell you the same stories with their own spin on them.
Own spin. They're the masters of the retcon.
Yeah, no shit.
I give Utopia thumbs in the middle, or something in the middle there. But, you know, I guess I had higher expectations.
I did too, and after 3 issues, it's... Man, Fraction letting me down, man.
Invisible Iron Man's still great, though.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
All right. Thanks for bearing with us on this. I know it was a bit of a ramble. We hope you join us in the next segment.